Hey everybody, and welcome back to part 2 of the first round of the Crushmore, presented by Infinite Discs in Custer, South Dakota. It's a pretty fun tournament from what I've seen. I've never played this course, but it looks like a lot of fun, a lot of tough, challenging tunnel shots and trees.
Definitely a fun course.
Cameron is 6 down through the first 14 holes, and he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah. Yeah, he definitely is looking good out there, making some great par saves. Justin Cournoyer's starting off a little slow, but hopefully he'll be able to pick that up and get going. I know he really enjoys this style of golf and enjoys these courses.
Well, for him, as well as Taegen, this is a local course, essentially. They're from really close to here. And he's had some struggles this first half. Hopefully he can turn that around and get under par before the end of this round.
And Lance has had some struggles, but he's been fighting back there from at the beginning. You know, he's kind of corrected his mistakes.
At one point in time. He's worked himself back down.
All right, hole 12 here is one of our more open holes. Not a whole lot in the way, just gotta get up. It's
still raining at this point in time.
It's kind of off and on. Nothing real bad at this point. The worst of it's past.
Mostly just wet.
Yeah. These guys are definitely happy to get an open shot.
Justin was going to have a good line there. He just kind of shorted it a little bit.
Well, and he might have clipped one of those low-hanging branches. He pulled it just like that one's heading right at that tree. That's in great shape there, though.
It almost seems like you want to throw it right at that tree.
Pretty much, yeah, and let it turn just before it. That's a little wide.
A little long,
and a little
too.
Long, wow.
It looks like he knew it right out of his hand, too.
Yeah. Justin's is quite a bit shorter than I thought.
Decent little upshot. Take is 3.
And this is the downfall of going long on these holes, is then you have this tricky downhill putt. You have to decide whether to lay up like that or run it and take a risk.
I think from that distance, it's smart to just take your medicine and walk off.
Yeah. It's too easy for that to turn into a really big number. Cameron racking up another 2.
Good way to start the second half here.
Yeah.
And it seems like everyone else is going to clean up their pars pretty easily.
Yeah. They all finished pretty close there, so pretty routine cleanup there. No real harm done. I'm sure that was definitely one they were hoping to get, though.
Every one of them. I mean, honestly, most of these holes, anything under like 250, which there's been a bunch of them, you almost expect to walk away with the 2, and a lot of them have not. There's even been bogeys on some of them. That's the technical level of this course.
Yeah. Definitely.
Like this one. It's a 251, but it looks like it's going to be, not just some little pitch.
Right. It's definitely a hyzer around the turn, and you got to hit the line.
Cameron didn't quite give it enough there and hit the short tree.
Looks like Lance is in good shape. Oh, wow. Quite a skip, though.
I guess you do want to come up a little bit short.
Yeah.
This is looking pretty good. A little high.
A little high. Caught those branches. You want to keep it a little lower like Lance did.
It's hard to do that when you got to go right over top of those trees off the tee.
Yeah.
Another good shot and another one
and
way
down the hill. Wow. So Cameron's got a look, but it's definitely a downhill look.
Yeah,
you
we'll
could
see
sail
if he
it
wants
easy.
to run this.
Oh.
Looks like he gave it a kind of a softer bid than his normal putt.
Yeah, I'm kind of playing it safe, but definitely gave it a good bid there. Ooh, and Justin sailed it.
That's a good run on the elevated basket.
Yeah.
Taegen may have actually been out.
I think you're right.
that was.
They just
quite a
didn't
sail.
realize it at first. Lance was pretty far down there, actually, too. So Justin's left himself a little bit of work. That's the danger of running those downhill putts.
And that's actually still a putt.
Well, and had some issues there, so we didn't actually see the putts on that one. But Justin did clean up that bogey. The rest of them took their pars, and on a 250-foot hole. And
that's crazy.
now this is a tricky hole here. You got to get around this big boulder. If you don't get around it, you have it in your way.
So tight up against. Oh yeah, the high hyzer is actually a good idea.
It's only 220 feet, but going that high turns that into a really
and he's not
tough
behind
hyzer.
the rock necessarily, but he didn't get all the way around.
Yeah, no, that's not in too bad a shape, though. He should be all right there.
That's too tight.
Yeah, that one's in trouble.
Yeah. I see what you mean. That's going to be tricky.
Oh, and dead center. Hey, that's really not too bad of a result considering it could have kicked him over to where Lance is.
Yep. That's like
what
the
you want to
line.
do. And right up over the rock.
A little sledding down toward the basket.
This is just such a really cool looking hole, though.
That was a great shot.
He almost rang that up.
Yeah, he's so tucked behind.
Well, and he had to do that throwing it out to the side, not even towards the basket.
Nice birdie. But there's like a lip, like a cave almost underneath that. So if you get up underneath that, you are absolutely screwed.
Yeah, 100%.
Good attempt at the cleanup. A valiant effort after getting trapped behind that rock.
And Justin kind of putting back down towards.
But that
Nice
straight
birdie
punch
there.
seems to be the good shot. That was
Yeah.
a great birdie. No.
Oh.
No. It looked like he rushed his routine. Almost like he didn't.
Yeah.
Like it's a short putt. I got this. Oh no, I don't. I think we've all.
Yeah,
fallen
we've
victim to
all
that.
been there. And he's still even though. I mean, he's still not out of it.
Yep,
These
he's just
courses,
having a bit of a roller coaster round.
Yeah. Cameron's still pulling away fairly solidly.
191, such a short,
And a fairly
the weird
open
thing
one,
is,
too.
It's a really short course, but it doesn't feel birdie or die.
Yeah. This hole, it does kind of feel that way, but
I mean, it's under
so
200
short.
feet. You should be getting this.
It's
Should.
yeah.
Are you going to every time? No, but Cameron with that drive shouldn't have any issues.
Right.
No. Okay. Ooh.
Yeah, those aren't quite as close as they appear. You can kind of throw it at those and let it turn in.
It just has to contend with so much up high. I'm surprised it didn't hit anything.
See, and then
It
that
would have benefited
just,
him to hit something.
Yeah. Well, and it just shows how much of a slope there is on the other side of this basket.
That was
if
a
you
great
end
shot
up
from Lance.
pin high, you're probably skipping past.
Right?
Yeah, Lance hit 15 short and skipped pretty much right to it.
And these rocks can give you the unpredictable skips.
Yeah. And Taegen still... Okay, nice cleanup.
Everyone else is within that for their birdie looks, so
Yeah.
they should be doing pretty good. That's still a putt, though.
Yeah. And
Looks like he has that tree.
Oh, and no chains, so he's good to go. That one's definitely kind of weird though, 'cause like you said, with those rocks right there, and you can see how they drop off here. So weird stuff can happen if you miss those putts.
Wow, really?
Oh,
Little left side, that's uncharacteristic.
I think the footing is throwing him off. I would throw me off.
Yeah, it definitely would be
Like
awkward.
an uneven half straddle on some weird incline.
Yeah.
Lance just drops his birdie and carries on. That was a really good drive.
Yeah. Yeah, those are definitely the ones you're happy to have. So 2 pars, two birdies. That's really surprising, actually, for that short of a hole.
297 par 3. Looks like it's just a straight shot.
Yeah, pretty much. Looks like
Little left
straight down
fade.
that gap, just a little left fade. Downhill, so you don't need to really crush it.
Probably going to see a lot of putters, a lot of mids.
Yeah, I would expect
Ooh.
to see mostly mids. Oh, that one's kicking off.
Yeah,
to
I was
the
going to
right.
say that must have hit something.
Yeah.
A little far.
Looked like
Little
it
wide.
kicked it a little, but not too bad. He should have a jump putt at it. And we've seen what that means.
So you're saying there's a chance. That looks great. Ooh.
Ooh.
He's been so hungry for him. He's been sailing past.
Yeah.
That's been like 3 in a row.
And just ending
Oh.
up landing in a decent spot and just skipping and carrying far away.
Justin goes tree to tree.
That was
good
a
shot.
nice up. Justin for the par here.
Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
What? I couldn't even tell if that went in or not. I saw it hit the chains, but yeah,
That had to
dead
be
center.
70, 80 feet.
That was
That
perfect.
was long.
Doop-a-doop-a-doop. Carrying on like it's nothing. You want me to clear that? I'm just kidding.
Oh, yeah, that's what we want to see.
Let's see if Cameron gets big putt.
Right? Oh, a little low.
He says.
Taegen for the birdie from way back there after the skip.
Oh!
Yeah.
Just over the basket.
Got a nice height on that one. Just finished right over the cage.
Seems like that's kind of where his sweet spot is, where he's kind of aiming for.
Yeah.
To just skim over the top of the basket.
And I can get that. There's less chance of it kicking back out off of. I mean, I hate hitting the pole dead center and having it bounce back out.
How about you spin the thing?
Then you got to worry about the ring at the bottom of the chains.
Yeah, there is always that.
Everyone else seems to be just cleaning up pretty easy and carrying on.
Yeah.
The sole
so
birdie there,
Taegen with
fighting
the
his way
sole.
back down to par.
Yep.
The weather was so nice when those pictures were taken. What happened to that?
Well, and that was right before that lightning delay, too. That stuff, all those mountains just hide what's coming. You can't tell it's coming till it's
This is
there.
the farthest hole so far.
And this is a long one, and this first tee shot is pretty tight. You have to get out the gap, and then it's uphill the entire way to the basket, so it plays considerably further than the 489 it says. But especially since
Pinches
you
in
have
again
a pretty...
toward the basket too.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
real tight with those little ones on the ground there. Those little tiny pine trees.
Yeah, and I wouldn't have even thought to try and play it that wide, but I kind of like the idea.
Yeah, that one tree. If he hadn't hit
Ooh,
that,
and
he'd
that
been
was a
golden.
nasty kick. And I didn't expect to see that coming.
He seems to favor that anti-flight on his
Yeah.
disc.
And this road is not out of bounds.
It's actually going to be good footing, too.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
That is the opposite of lucky.
And he kind of got a kick to the right, but he kept moving forward, so I don't think he'll be in too bad a shape. I mean, Taegen was the furthest back, and he's had a pretty open approach.
And a wild ride there at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, so you can see Cameron's pretty open out here.
Good shot. Playing it shorter was actually smart, too. He didn't get to kick off the rocks.
Yeah, because those rocks can definitely wreak havoc with your approach shot. Lance left that a little bit off to the left. Kind of a... Oh, yeah. That's not what you want.
No, not after a drive like that.
Yeah. Nice putt. Great birdie from Justin there.
Grade 2 from your...
That shot kind of gives you an idea of how high that
Yep.
basket
And, well, the
was
basket
above
looks like
him.
it's elevated itself.
Yeah.
Plus the hill.
Yeah.
So that was a great putt.
All right. I think
Three
that's three
birdies.
birdies.
Almost 4. That was still a good putt.
Right. He just hit a little high. Nothing wrong
And
there.
Taegen has worked his way back down to even after all that. He's finally started to swing it back around, you know.
Right.
And Cameron's just cruise control.
Yep. So here's hole 15. 369 feet. Quite a bit uphill.
Especially at the end.
Yeah. And to a pretty fast green.
Yeah, all that rock and pine straw
Yeah.
everywhere. That looked like a pretty good shot.
Yeah, it might have been a little short of where he wanted to be, but he's definitely in a good area.
Possible these guys are just playing this one for 3, too, just trying to place it. No, we're not. That was a great drive.
Yeah, if it hadn't hit that last tree, I think he was up there.
Down low. Could be a really uphill putt from there.
Yeah, maybe a little guarded depending on where he is in line with those trees on that side.
Oh, hopefully that hits some. Hopefully that hits.
I actually lost where that one went.
Oh my god.
I
what
did
is
as
this?
well. I
Oh.
think it finished kind of off to the left. And
Looks like Cameron went deep on that one.
Taegen got kind of an awkward stance going here. Oh, that'll work
Nothing
though.
he can't handle.
Okay, Lance is actually on the bush.
Hey, good out.
Yeah, that'll work.
Getting low to try to get underneath a branch, probably.
Oh, and almost got it up there. It's tough when you have to be low like that.
And get it high.
Yeah.
And the first blemish on the card for Cameron.
Yeah.
That was a nice cleanup by Taegen. That was a good save.
Yeah.
Oh.
It did look a little timid because it's fast green and it's sloped in all directions. I would be timid
Right.
too, but you know he's beating himself up for that one.
Yeah, he really didn't take any time over that one, and he's probably kicking himself a little bit for that now. So, couple pars, couple bogeys. That goes to show how hard that hole really is, though.
Man, that's like, to see so many bogeys on this course with these short holes. I love courses like this that really challenge your lines and your angle control.
Yeah. Well, and these are some really good players, so seeing them having these kind of issues really says something about the difficulty of these holes. I mean, they seem short and fairly easy, but they're really not.
I've played with a few of these guys, and they are high caliber players.
Oh, and that clipped
It
a
might have
little
trickled
early.
through the backside, though, at least.
Yeah, he might be in better shape than it looks. Now this one, 421, but it really is not playing as long as that. You just got to get it to flip. Kind of like that.
Great. It's just going to follow the curve of the hill.
And that's actually, I believe, a little deep. I believe the basket was a little, might be a little right, but yes, and that one's just a little short of it. Oh, needed to turn in a little sooner, but really no harm there either. You can still get a pretty easy 3 from there, I think.
No, Justin's was left and deep.
I'll find the basket.
Ooh,
That was right over the top of that.
that was great.
See how Justin here kind of coming back up the hill for his 2.
Had to give it a little Annie around that tree.
Yeah, that's tricky. Easy to miss that line and end up with another long putt.
That would have been cool if we found a way in off that.
Decent bid.
Yeah,
A little high.
it's tough when you got to go under a branch like that. You don't want to really go zinging it.
And that was a great circle's edge putt from Taegen.
Yeah, great par save. Sometimes those are just as important as getting your birdies. Maybe more so. Lance and Cameron cleaning up their pars.
And Justin will do the same.
Yeah. Yeah, that hole really is a fun one. Getting to just whip it down that hill, but the way you have to bend it and how blind it is, it's kind of scary letting that disc go because you might not see it again.
Backhand, you got to keep it bending left to right the whole time.
Whole time, yeah.
This one looks fun. Well, over the hill, over the valley, over the next hill.
Yeah. Yeah, this one is a pretty fun one. Got the risk of a rollaway right.
Looks like another sidearm hole, too.
Yeah. Or thumber, it looks like.
I lost it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there.
I don't know how your fingers aren't.
Nice little hyzer shot
Looks
from
great.
Justin there.
Me or you?
You.
Not sure. Couldn't tell. All these blue discs getting thrown up into the sky.
You'll never see me throw.
That clipped a tree pretty bad.
Well, and that's one tough part of catch cam on courses like this is, I mean, look at all the different directions those discs are going. You never know where to film.
Right?
Might be a little.
You need a crew.
So Cameron with the nice little sidearm approach.
Not sure if that stuck. That sidearm is going to go fade with that hill.
Right. So that one kind of turned into the hill, helped it stick up there a little better.
He's lucky he didn't get the roll with that branch kicking him down, though.
Yeah. Looked like a nice up from Justin. And from
that's
Lance.
actually the placement that I would prefer, because he's actually more level with the basket.
Right. Alright, good par from Cameron there.
I was definitely worried after that tee shot.
That's like a real putt, like a normal putt.
Right? Normal basket height. Alright.
Looks like another par frame. That's 2 in a row.
Which really is an accomplishment on courses.
This course is claiming strokes left
Yeah.
and right.
That is for sure. Cameron's still sitting there at 8 down, leading the card. Justin 5 behind him, so he's picked up a few this side at least. Hole 17.
So
it's
short.
only 184, but it is way uphill.
Oh,
And
yeah.
If
I
you
can see
clip
that.
any of these little trees, you're at the bottom of this hill, and it's you're almost sure to get a bogey at that point.
Good play. Going deep and playing for that slide
Yeah.
down.
And I feel like this little tree right off of the tee that Justin went straight over, that one could mess with you mentally.
Yeah, it gets in the head.
Next thing you know, you're way too high and hyzering out.
That was a decent shot from Cameron.
Yeah, that should put him in a good spot.
Woo! Just snuck around that tree.
Yeah. Again, though, that'll put him in a decent spot. Justin coming up the hill. No harm.
From where he was, it was a good layup. He'll clean up his 3 most likely.
Lance dropping in that birdie. You could see he was
Thinking of
checking the height
slope.
of that bush. Cameron with his birdie. Taegen for his birdie. Wow, nicely done.
Good one. And Justin with a good par save.
Yeah. You know he's still disappointed,
Yeah.
but you're right. That was definitely a good save there. That could have gotten ugly real quick.
Yeah, but good birdies for everyone else in the card.
Yep. Everybody
going
under
into the
par.
final hole. I'm just kidding. It's hole 18, but it's not the last hole.
No.
This looks like the most scenic hole so far, though, because it really opens up like the view of the valley.
Right. And this is quite the hole. I mean, you have 479 foot par 3.
Hey, this proves my theory wrong
Way
earlier, though, about
downhill.
all the short par 4s.
Well, that just goes to speak to how technical those par 4s really
Yeah.
work.
This one seems
one's-
pretty wide open.
Yeah, comparatively, this one's very open.
Playing downhill, so it's not going to play nearly as long. That is beautiful.
Yeah, that's just gliding right down that. And 40 feet long.
Jeez.
Just
The
straight as
angle
an
on it
arrow.
and using the entire fairway. Taking the
And,
hyzer around the
yeah,
trees.
Cameron going hyzer on a 480 foot par 3.
I'm not even sure
Well,
where that
it's
went.
deep
And-
in the ground, so it should be an easy.
He knows that he got down there because he saw me turn when I heard it hit.
A little low.
But still, that's in decent shape. A little short, but he's going to have a pretty easy approach. And this one's just not quite standing up in time. Oh, and a tree. Still, that's not in horrible...
That's within, easy layup range.
Yeah. Seeing Cameron on that hyzer line went 40, 50 past.
That might be the line, actually.
You can see Justin's jump.
Oh.
Gonna get a replay of a missed shot, but I think that one was worth it.
Oh, top chain, maybe the knuckle.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
And lands just a little short.
Dead center.
Tagen's got all these little trees right in his way.
Yeah. Oh.
Ooh,
That was a
almost
good
didn't
bid.
matter. That was good.
Yeah. Cameron's still tucked in there a little bit. Okay, nice par save. Everybody else should have a pretty easy cleanup. I really liked that hole. There was a bench part of the way down though, and I always hate it when they put a bench on the fairway, 'cause when I played it there was someone sitting there and I was super nervous. I would hate
Right.
to hurt someone.
Even if
sitting
they
on
wave
that.
you on, you're
Yeah.
like, I don't know if I can trust myself.
Well, and they're
now,
down
'cause-
pretty low, but if you hit a tree, you never know where that disc's gonna go. So everybody parred that one though, which, I mean, that'd be a tough 2 to get.
Yeah, I mean they all had shots for it though. Basically.
Yeah, for the most part.
Woo!
Yeah, here we have a nice
692.
long one, wide open, playing all the way across this field, and then the basket situated right on top of this hill with an OB road
right
behind it.
Yeah.
It's not right behind it, but the way that hill is angled down, it may as well
Going
be.
for the roller, but not quite giving it enough.
It kind of looked like that might have been the way. He didn't get over on it enough, maybe. Or maybe he just wanted that huge Annie. Because, I mean, it doesn't really matter where you're at out in this field.
No, and you're not going to make.
You're just
700
trying to
feet
get
from-
some...
Well, some people can make that 700 feet.
Yeah.
But you're really just trying to get halfway there, or 400 or so, 450, to
Yeah.
give yourself an easy in.
Yeah, get yourself close enough to where it's an easy approach shot with a slow disc that'll grab. And I know all these guys have enough power to make that a realistic possibility.
Yeah.
Chance to take a mid-range or something into this green would really help.
Yeah, and Justin had the farthest drive, and he just got past like what looked like a barrel or
I'm not exactly sure what those
some tire,
were.
like a stack of tires. I couldn't
No,
tell.
those are rock formations. I'm not sure what they're for, but
Okay.
they're like stacked and made into kind of like columns. I'm not. There you go. You can kind of see that one.
Yeah,
I'm not exactly sure what those are about.
that was a great upshot. Ooh, a little bit of roll, a little bit of action.
Still, he's up on top of that hill. That's great shape. See, you really do kind of want to land it short of the top. See, he hit the top and yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
That you really want to hit just short of the top so you can skip up on instead of over. See, Justin hit the top too? Okay. He got lucky enough to
Yeah.
curl up, but you hit the very top of that hill and it seems like you're going over the back.
I think that was probably what Taegen was thinking about right there.
Right. It would definitely intimidate me on these putts.
Woo.
That one seems like there might have been a little anger behind that
A
putt.
little bit, but also just making sure he only has that one bogey still.
Right. Justin has a nice look for his 3 here.
And he gets it. Soul birdie on the card.
A little horseplay out there on the course. Big old grin.
Good to see him having fun out there.
Always
With one
nice
hole
to
left
see,
in the
yeah. Always nice to see the spirits up towards the end of the round still.
After raining for most of the round, and
Yeah.
2 lightning delays, and a lot of
Yeah.
bogeys on short holes, and these guys are still having a good time.
Yeah, you gotta love that.
As we go into the final hole of the first round.
Yeah, and this one is, it says 486, but it's way downhill. Well, not way, it's considerably downhill, so these guys can easily get there. I wouldn't be surprised if a couple of them were throwing mid-ranges or something. I don't think they were, but I wouldn't have been surprised if
Like
they
during
did.
a practice round or something.
Yeah.
Having some fun.
Yeah, it looks like they're all playing a driver to get that nice easy hyzer to the basket. But I bet you they could get it there with a mid-range.
I love that out of my hand.
That one's pretty wide, needs to cut. It's turning in. That really isn't too bad. I bet that's circle's edge, maybe slightly outside.
I keep seeing you out there and thinking it's the basket, but the basket's just short and left of you.
Yeah. It's actually quite a bit short of me, but
Yeah, they're all kind of got us surrounded.
didn't
Around
really
like
need
35,
my
40
footage
feet.
on those, so... But yeah, they're all, circle's edge, maybe a little outside at worst. A little bit of frustration there. Oh, and just high left. Yeah, Cameron actually went a little deep on that one.
Jeez.
Oh, and just nose down on that one.
Last chance for the birdie on the hole.
Yeah. It looks like he's actually inside the circle.
Yeah.
Nice birdie.
Way to end it.
Way to finish.
Little cheering there. You gotta love that. Lance all set to finalize the scorecard. After that long of a wet round, I think we were all ready to dry off and get some food.
Everyone else is just going to clean up here real quick.
Yeah, just finishing up real quick.
Great birdie for Taegen to end the round there. That was awesome.
Yeah, you gotta love seeing him finish up like that. Gets him down to 2 under par.
He had a good second half. He was 4 down in the second half.
Yeah.
Cameron, I believe, is actually currently leading the field after round 1.
Yeah, so here's our leaderboard here. We got Cameron leading, Riley and Peter 3 behind him at 6 down, and then we got 3 people at 4 down behind them.
Is
Shad
gonna be
having
joining the card the next day?
Yeah, Shad having the lower PDGA number gives him the card. So that'll be our card for tomorrow is Cameron and Riley and Peter and Shad. And that one will be at Spearfish Canyon, so make sure you join us for that.
Hope to see you all there, guys. Later.